Welcome to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Parris. Suns basketball is back as they return from the All-Star break tonight with a tilt against the Spurs in San Antonio. Phoenix has had a busy weekend ahead that includes a back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday. They opened the second half on a 4-game road trip and sitting at a sub-500 record. They have lots of work to do if they want to put themselves in a position for a postseason run, but KD says the team understands what they need to do.
Just get back to the fundamentals, man, of simply boxing out, rebounding. I think we play solid defense, but we give up offensive rebounds. You give a team in this league 2 or 3 chances to score, they're going to usually do it. So initially we play good defense. We got to do a better job of boxing out and keeping the ball in our hands.
Staying on the court this time here in Arizona, the Wildcats women's basketball team had a Big 12 matchup last night against BYU, beating them 65-57. It was their 16th win of the year and their 7th win in conference play. The Wildcats' win was a showcase of a balanced offensive attack with 4 starters scoring double-digit points on the night. The Wildcats started off hot, outscoring the Cougars 16-7 in the first quarter and ended the half with a 37-21-point lead. But it was in the second half when the Cougars would narrow the lead and sneak back into the game with a 15-6 third quarter. But in the end, the Wildcats pulled away in the final minutes of the fourth quarter to secure the win. Heading back to Tempe, number 12 ASU hockey faces off against number 3 Western Michigan at Mullet Arena this Friday and Saturday. ASU is looking to prevent Western Michigan's attempt at securing the Penrose Cup this weekend, which is awarded to the NCHC regular season champion. The series has massive implications, and ASU hockey head coach Greg Bowers is certainly aware of the opportunity.
What we have is complete control of our destiny, both from a conference standpoint and a pairwise standpoint, with an unbelievable hockey team coming in here this weekend. And that's an opportunity that we have earned and that we have created for ourselves. And it's something that I'm really proud of our team for.
The She Believes Cup comes to State Farm Stadium on Sunday with the U.S. women's national soccer team taking on Australia. It will be the women's team's first time in the Valley since 2015. Cronkite News reporter Mahir Sinhasan has more on what the game means to the local soccer community.
There's a lot of excitement amongst Valley soccer fans.
It's really, really good, right? And not only for U.S. soccer, but for the young kids growing up, being able to see like the national team play within the Valley.
As the She Believes Cup comes to State Farm Stadium on Sunday, fan group American Outlaws Phoenix gets ready to welcome U.S. soccer supporters with meet and greets at their bar, Walter Station, and a tailgate in the parking lots on match day.
I'm hoping we're going to get a pretty good number based off the fact that our match is going to fall on the weekend. You know, we play on Sunday, and our night before is going to be on a Saturday.
Some preparation impacts those at the local fields, as the Arizona Soccer Association is giving discounted tickets to youth players and their families.
We think providing that opportunity for families that potentially historically couldn't afford it or didn't know that that was even a possibility or avenue. So not only using our resources to contact families, but then using also U.S. Soccer and State Farm Stadium.
With clubs spread across the Valley, Sunday's game will give fans a chance to unite and be inspired.
We're all getting together collectively to support one team as opposed to kind of fighting against each other.
Girls are now all of a sudden get outside when they get home and pretend that they are the next player on the national team and do those things. And it really just fosters, that excitement with the youth about the game.
The U.S. are using a young squad for the She Believes Cup. The youngest player on this year's squad, Lily Johannes, was 8 years old ahead of the U.S. WNT's match against China back in December of 2015. In Glendale, Mahir Sinhasan, Cronkite News.
Spring training officially started today with the Cubs and Dodgers kicking off the Cactus League schedule. Tomorrow, the Diamondbacks will play in their first game. They'll take on their stadium mates, the Colorado Rockies, at Salt River Fields on Friday and Saturday. Game times are set for 1:10, and there will be a heavy focus on the D-backs pitching staff this year as they try to keep the pace with the Dodgers and Padres in the NL West. Manager Torey Lovello is confident in his staff, especially with the newly signed Corbin Burns leading the way, along with Zach Gallen, who's looking to have a career year.
I think at the end of the day, you're looking at 2 very elite competitors, 2 guys that are hungry to go out and learn and grow and then compete and dominate. And you don't pick that tendency up and that habit up overnight. I think you're born with it, and I think you go out and execute at a high level and you find a way to get that done between the white lines and have success doing it. It just breeds confidence. And these are two really, really well-versed pitchers in every area.
The Arizona State women's tennis program isn't just dealing with a new conference this season. Following the retirement of longtime head coach Sheila McInerney, the Sun Devils turned to former Princeton head coach Jamia Jackson. Cronkite News reporter Jason Goldie talked to Jackson about this season.
The season is underway for ASU women's tennis. With conference play fast approaching, the Sun Devils are preparing for new and challenging competitors in the Big 12 Conference.
I'm just super impressed with all of our student athletes, all of them, and how they have responded to all the change that's come at them.
But playing in the Big 12 isn't the only major change this team is facing. After 40 years under head coach Sheila McInerney, Arizona State has a new head coach, Jamia Jackson.
Coming with the new coaches and everything is kind of changing, seeing how the team's coming along is very exciting, and I feel like we have created a special bond within the girls, and that's probably the best part of it.
Playing in the Big 12 not only means playing against new teams, but also getting used to traveling and playing indoors.
Our goal for ourselves and for each other is to bring our best each and every day, and we know if we do that, then we're going to be the best that we can do. We can be, and that's going to be really, 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 really good. That's going to take care of the results.
Last season, Jackson was the Ivy League's Coach of the Year with the Princeton Tigers. Now she's taking her coaching style to Tempe, which the players are already embracing.
Everything she says is on point. Everything is completely helpful.
Although Jackson sees it as a challenge to carry on the legacy of Sheila McInerney, she is confident she can do it. In Tempe, Jason Goldie, Cronkite News.
ASU heads to San Diego this weekend for their last non-conference matches before starting Big 12 play. The Arabian Horse Show came through Westworld in Scottsdale this week, with trainers and groomers from all around the world showing off their equine. The Global Champions Arabians Tour had its first ever stop in Arizona, and Scottsdale was the first on its list. This event features 140 purebred Arabian horses competing for a share of $270,000 in prize money. These majestic creatures are known for their beauty, but also for their athleticism.
We work with an equine nutritionist to make sure we have all the perfect feed and supplements for our horses. They're all on a schedule for exercising.
That's it for today's edition of the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Ben Parris, sending it back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Ben. Coming up next, a new exhibit at the Smithsonian is coming soon.
And this new exhibit features something pretty rare. We'll tell you what it is and when the public can see it after this break.